I saw one on Senator Nodwoko's interview where he was speaking in Igbo language. But on the comment section, so many people were busy asking, oh, I thought this man is from Delta State. How come he's speaking Igbo fluently like this? Some were asking, oh, is South South Igbo land? Is Delta State Igbo land? Thousands of questions like that. I saw all those things that I laughed because it reminded me of one young man from Abudu in Edo State who once argued that he was not an Igbo man, while his name is Ugochukwu. They ended up asking him, okay, what is your tribe? He said, Abo. While everybody knows that if anybody should speak in Abo tongue, it is pure Igbo. That was also how one of my friends from Ikwere in Port Harcourt also argued that he was not an Igbo man, that he's an Ikwere man, that he's not an Igbo man. While everybody knows that if anybody should speak in Ikwere tongue, it is pure Igbo. I'm not trying to campaign for the Igbos. Rather, I'm just using this as references so that you will understand, you will vividly understand what I mean and what I'm trying to say. All these kind of mindsets are common in this country because we fail to understand the difference between political boundaries and actual tribal boundaries. We fail to understand that states, local governments, countries were all politically carved out. They are all political boundaries and not actual tribal boundaries. We fail to understand that. And not understanding this have made so many of us not to know our roots, which is totally wrong. For example, according to history, right from day one, Sokoto had only one emir. That is emir of Sokoto. Right from day one, they have only one emir. But with this kind of mindset that we have, do you know that if anything should happen and they carve out another state from Sokoto, if anything should happen now, they demarcate another state or carve out another state from Sokoto, do you know that that new state, that newly carved out state, we have their own emir? They will end up having, that is one group of people who's supposed to have only one emir. Traditionally, we end up having two emirs in disguise of two different states. That is to tell you how this political boundary of a thing have eaten deeply into us in such that it is also affecting us traditionally. But we fail to understand that. Do you know that till date, so many people still believe that if you are coming all the way from Lagos and you want to go to the Igbo land, you will not get to the Igbo land until you cross that river Niger to enter Anambra State. That's when, once you enter Anambra State, that's when you get to the Igbo land. Not knowing that all the way from Abo, not knowing that all the way from Abo bypassing Edo State, you are already in Igbo land. Some still don't believe that if you are coming from Cross River, and some still don't believe that Cross River never ended. It never ended. Some of the Efik stay after the Cross River boundary and you enter into Ebonyi State. Some still don't believe that some Efik are in Ebonyi State, while some still don't believe that some Igbo communities are in that Cross River. Some also believe that once you are coming from Lagos and once you come where the boundary of Ondo State ends, that's where Yoruba ends, which is also wrong. Some never believe that Yoruba land also extended into Edo State. Some never also believe that Yoruba land also extended into Kogi State. The earlier we start to believe, the earlier we start to clear up, or the earlier we start to have this consciousness that political boundaries are not the actual boundaries. They were just politically carved out, will be the better for us. Because these have created a kind of mindset in such that one particular tribe who may see themselves in three or more than two different states will start seeing themselves as different bodies just because they find themselves in different states. They'll start seeing themselves as different bodies. The earlier we start to understand this fact that states, local governments, and countries are just political boundaries and not the actual tribal boundaries, will be the better for us. This has This ignorance has eaten us deeply.